kingdom called Nokthar sat beneath a permanent eclipse, where sunlight existed for only a few minutes each morning. The people believed the darkness was a curse placed upon the world centuries ago, after a forgotten king tried stealing immortality from the stars. Since then, enormous black towers surrounded the kingdom and rang softly every night with sounds resembling distant whispers. Nobody knew who built them. Nobody dared enter them. In the quiet village of Hollowmere lived a young candlemaker named Vael, who collected strange objects washed ashore by the Black River outside town. Rusted keys, silver coins with missing faces, tiny glass bottles containing glowing smoke. The villagers considered him strange because he often claimed the river carried memories from dead worlds. One cold evening, while searching the riverbank, Vael discovered something impossible, buried beneath the mud. A perfectly preserved mask made from dark mirror glass. The surface reflected not his face, but an unfamiliar city beneath crimson skies. Towers floated upside down overhead, while giant shadows moved slowly between them like drifting mountains. The moment Vael touched the mask, the whispers from the distant black towers suddenly stopped. Complete silence covered Hollowmere. Then every tower across the kingdom rang together at once, deep, heavy, ancient. Villagers rushed into their homes while windows slammed shut across the streets. Above the kingdom, the eclipse darkened further until even moonlight disappeared. Vael carried the strange mask back to his small workshop beside the river. As midnight approached, the reflection within the glass slowly changed again. A figure appeared staring directly at him from the Crimson City. A woman dressed in silver armor, covered with glowing symbols. "You should not have awakened the Mirror Gate," she said calmly. Vael nearly dropped the mask. "Who are you?" "My name is Elira," the woman replied, "and your world is running out of time." Before Vael could answer, shadows suddenly moved outside his workshop walls. Tall figures stood silently beyond the windows, wearing robes stitched from darkness itself. Their faces remained hidden beneath enormous antler-shaped crowns. The woman inside the mirror looked alarmed. "They found you already?" The workshop door slowly opened on its own. Cold wind flooded the room, carrying the scent of ash and rain. One of the shadow figures stepped inside while the others waited outside, motionless beneath the eclipse. The creature's voice sounded like pages turning inside an empty library. "Return the mask to the River Dreamer." Vael backed away nervously. "What is this thing?" The figure tilted its head slowly. "A key." Elira suddenly shouted from within the mirror. "Do not give it to them." The shadows across the room stretched unnaturally long toward Vael's feet. Then the black towers beyond the village began glowing faint red beneath the night sky. The robed figure stepped closer. "The sleeper beneath your kingdom is beginning to wake." Instantly, the mask burned hot inside Vael's hands. Visions flooded his mind. He saw an enormous palace buried beneath Nokthar, surrounded by endless chains descending into darkness. Beneath the palace slept a colossal being larger than mountains, with thousands of glowing eyes closed beneath layers of stone. Every heartbeat from the creature caused the kingdom itself to tremble softly. Vael collapsed to the floor, gasping for breath. The shadow figure watched silently. "Long ago, your kings trapped the first dreamer beneath this world and used its sleep to create eternal night. But now the chains weaken." Elira's reflection pressed against the mirror surface urgently. If the dreamer awakens completely, both our worlds will collapse together. Outside the workshop, villagers screamed as strange lights appeared above Hollowmere. Giant cracks spread slowly across the eclipse, revealing unfamiliar stars hidden behind the darkness. Vael looked between the mirror and the shadow figure. "Tell me how to stop this." The creature extended a pale hand toward him. "Travel to the Black Cathedral at the center of Nokthar. There, the final chain remains unbroken." Elira shook her head immediately. "It's lying. The cathedral is the gate itself." Thunder echoed across the kingdom, though no storm existed overhead. The river outside began flowing backward while candles across Hollowmere extinguished simultaneously. Vael realized the world around him was changing, becoming thinner somehow, as though reality itself had started tearing apart. He grabbed the mask tightly and fled into the night before either figure could stop him. The black towers surrounding Nokthar glowed brighter with every passing hour as Vael travelled north through abandoned forests and ruined villages. Along the roads he encountered statues that whispered when nobody looked directly at them, and lakes reflecting skies completely different from the one above. The faceless king rose slowly from the throne, while the cathedral groaned around him like a living creature waking from ancient sleep. "You carry the final mirror," he said. "Without it, the dreamer cannot fully awaken." Vael tightened his grip on the dark glass mask. Strange reflections moved across its surface now. He no longer saw only the Crimson City. Countless worlds flickered within the mirror for brief moments. Frozen oceans beneath green skies, endless deserts filled with giant sleeping statues, forests glowing beneath floating moons. Each vision vanished before he could fully understand it. "Why me?" Vael asked quietly. The faceless king stepped closer. Shadows curled around his robes like drifting smoke. "Because you were born beside the Black River." The king pointed toward the abyss beneath the chains. "That river does not carry water. It carries forgotten dreams washed from dying worlds." Suddenly, the cathedral bells rang violently. Deep cracks spread across the floor while silver light erupted from below. Vael heard a heartbeat echo upward from the abyss. Slow, enormous, ancient beyond imagination. Then a familiar voice whispered from the mirror. "Vael." Elira appeared again inside the glass, though her image flickered weakly now. Behind her, the Crimson City burned beneath falling stars. "Listen carefully," she warned. "The faceless king serves the dreamer. If the chains break, every sleeping world connected to this one will merge together." Vael looked around nervously as the cathedral walls began shifting unnaturally. Hallways stretched longer than before. Staircases twisted upside down across the ceiling. The entire structure seemed caught between realities. The faceless king lifted one hand and the floating lanterns above the chamber darkened instantly. The merging has already begun. Outside the cathedral, a massive roar shook the mountains. Vael rushed toward a shattered window and froze in horror. Beyond Nokthar, the eclipse had cracked apart completely, revealing an enormous silver eye staring down from the sky itself. Clouds spiraled around it while black towers across the kingdom collapsed one by one into glowing dust. Villages disappeared beneath waves of shadow as unfamiliar landscapes emerged in their place. Entire forests floated upside down above the horizon. Rivers poured upward into the heavens. Giant stairways descended slowly from the broken sky. The worlds were colliding. "There must be another way," Vael whispered. Elira nodded urgently from the mirror. There is. The faceless king turned sharply toward the mirror with sudden anger. Silence. Shadows surged across the chamber, attempting to cover the glass, but Vial pulled it away just in time. Elira continued speaking quickly. The mask was never meant to awaken the dreamer. It was created to seal it again. The king's empty hood tilted slowly toward Vial. She speaks from fear. Her world survives only while yours remains asleep. The chains beneath the abyss trembled louder now. One suddenly snapped apart with a thunderous sound that echoed across the cathedral. From deep below came the sound of something breathing. Vast. Endless. Awake. Vial stared into the abyss and finally saw it clearly. Far beneath the cathedral floated a colossal figure, wrapped in darkness larger than entire kingdoms. Thousands of glowing eyes opened gradually across its surface like stars igniting within the void. Yet, despite its terrifying size, the being did not appear angry. It appeared lonely. The whispers from the black towers suddenly returned inside Vial's mind. Not threatening. Sad. Dreams must end eventually. Tears unexpectedly formed in Vial's eyes, though he did not understand why. Memories not his own flooded through him. Endless centuries of sleeping, creating worlds from fragments of imagination, watching civilizations rise and fade like passing storms. The dreamer was not destroying worlds out of cruelty. It simply could not remain asleep forever. Elira's voice softened. Vial, if the final chain breaks, your world disappears. Another chain snapped below them. The silver eye above the sky widened further. The faceless king knelt beside the abyss peacefully. The age of sleeping worlds is ending. Vial looked down at the mirror mask trembling in his hands. Then slowly he understood. The mask reflected not other worlds, but possibilities, ways reality could reshape itself. The final choice belonged to whoever carried it. The cathedral shook violently as enormous cracks spread across the throne room walls, revealing storms of silver light beyond. Vial stepped toward the abyss while wind howled upward around him. The dreamer's countless glowing eyes focused entirely upon him. Waiting, watching, hoping. Vial raised the mirror mask slowly. Instead of placing it upon his own face, he turned it toward the dreamer below. Instantly, the mirror surface shattered.